How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Driveclub, a game by Evolution Studios, as you're seeing right there. A studio that is dead. That is the reason why this game is no longer playable. Well, or rather, you can no longer purchase this game. Which I find to be pretty interesting, honestly. But there is no purchasing this game anymore. I basically purchased it back on release, so that's the reason why I have it. I have the DLCs as well since I purchased the Season Pass, except for those bikes. That's a DLC I don't have. But everything else I do. So yeah, this game. And back then I fully beat this game with all stars and everything that you can do. So I created a new local account on my PS4 and, well, of course, just starting from scratch. So yeah, welcome to Driveclub. We're on a dam, I think. I don't know where. Later on it tells you where each track is. So normally before it shows you this, it tells you what the controls are. But since I already configured them so I didn't have to do it on stream, it doesn't show that anymore. But yeah, basically, well, for some reason the vibration is enabled even though I disable it. There are some things like that that are, oh shit. And when you crash, the vibration is very noticeable. Like, the vibration is a problem. It's okay, it should get disabled later, I guess, I hope. Now, the thing about this game, it used to have a lot of online interaction. See, for example, here, you are going against an objective of trying to stay in the optimal racing line. And this used to be something that would pair you up against random players, like random records of random players. Obviously, since the game is no longer online, that's not gonna work. We got an achievement for getting the first star. So those stars are essentially the core of the game, or of the single player, that is. Well, that is the only thing you can play now since the game is dead. But yeah, it's they are objectives, 3 of them in every race. And in this case you have beating that face off, which is like that little challenge, finishing in top 3 and doing a total time of 3 minutes 40 seconds. So that's the idea. Wouldn't be hard to, because you know that I play Gran Turismo these days, so I'm a little bit stiff when it comes to the driving in this game, but it's fine. The first car that we use is a Mercedes AMG. It's like a very classic sport car. Well, when I say classic, I don't mean old. I mean that it's, that it's very common. So here in this track you can even see that the daytime is dynamic. And another thing that I didn't mention, this game starts you in cockpit view. This is not the default view. The default view is this one. I really like the fact that every car has an interior design, but unfortunately I'm not very used to it, so I don't want to do it. Not to mention that I also really like looking at the car when I play racing games. So it's snowing, it's raining. I don't know what it is doing, but yeah. Another thing that I changed that is by default is that it shows you miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. But I don't measure things in miles, so I had to change it. On the podium, wait, that's a silver? How the fuck is that a silver? Alright. Sure. Cool. Okay. So, welcome to Driveclub. Welcome indeed. There is a problem communicating with PlayStation Network. I wonder why. But yeah, Oh, I unlock a car, the Volkswagen Beetle. Alright, and also paint shows. How do I see it? I don't know how to say. Maybe it was R1. I don't know. Yeah, continue. So, another thing that I wanted to show you is I complete my first tour event. Okay, so one setting that is also enabled by default is braking assist. It normally is in medium, but I turn it off because what's the point? Like, I want to play the game myself. I don't want the game to play. I also know what hardcore handling is, but I don't think it's a good idea to enable it. Like, I remember not enabling it back when I played this, so I think I should keep it disabled. Aside from that, the vibration is off, right? Yeah, it is off. So why is it vibrating? Well, who cares? Anyways, let's just get into it. Well, this Driveclub bikes is what I was telling you. I don't have this DLC, but I have every other normal car DLC. Fame. Well, the problem about Fame... Wait, where are the stars that I just got? Did that not count? Huh. So that welcome to Driveclub is a non-existent event. Weird. But I guess it isn't. Alright, so let's just start by this. Tamil Nadu? No, Tamil Nadu. It's in India. So the objectives here are face off, lap time. Okay, sure. And what cars can I pick? This one. Damn. Paint shop, club, special, custom. Oh, I thought... Okay, never mind. We're using the white one, sure. Also, how is it going, Wasabi? You only get one first time. Now you don't even get that anymore, yeah. How is it going? Mr. Wasabi, yeah, that's the thing. This game... The main thing about the game being like the seamless, you know, social aspect of the game. That is something that can no longer be the case. You cannot have clubs either, I'm pretty sure. Like if you go to the club menu, it's not even there. I might be wrong about that, I gotta check, but... That's a problem, I think, because there are some things that are actually locked behind clubs. So being unable to do that will be pretty fucked up. But we will see. Alright. How could you... Oh yeah, I mapped the... Wait, fuck. How do I look backwards? I think it didn't remember my controls, despite the fact that I specifically made sure. Seems that it doesn't want... Oh no, never mind, it did remember my controls. Oh, so that's how you look back. Yeah, I think that's something now I'm remembering out of this game. You can use the analog to look wherever you want. You could look on the side like that. Okay. Face off. Against Driveclub. I'm driving against a dead game. Not a problem to beat it, right? Let me know if the sound is fine. I think it should be fine because it's a game with very loud engine noises. But maybe it's too quiet. It's just that if I put it any louder, it's gonna be unhearable. Well, my voice is gonna be unhearable. You see, like you can tell, even if the engine of this car is not very loud, what's very loud are the braking sounds. Like, that's quite loud. Well, the braking sounds, those are the tires, not the brakes. Looks like a cool car. Just that you get a lot way cooler cars later on. This is nothing compared to what you get. Now you know that my objective is to get all the stars in the events. So I think something that I'm gonna do, even though I don't know, I should be able to. Actually, no, see, here's the thing. The stars in the events, I have them all in my normal account. So I don't think it's a doubt if I can do it or not. I'm pretty sure I can do it. You know? But yeah. Got him. I'm not sure if the AI is hard or not. I don't think it is. Well, if it's anything... If this is anything of an example, it clearly isn't. But yeah. It's fine. Level up. Wait, what? Oh, that's an Audi M. It looks almost the same as the Mercedes. Oh, here is where you can see the paint shops. Anything club related essentially doesn't exist. There's nothing about clubs. Clubs don't exist, even though it's called Driveclub. Forget about that. Alright, Mountain Dash. On a hot hatch. Or you can pick. So you can pick the Mini Cooper, Renault Megane, Volkswagen Beetle, and well, that shit that I just unlocked. Huh. Oh, that's a problem. To use this content, you need to connect to a Driveclub servers. I think that's because this one is club bound. So if you don't have a certain amount of club points, you cannot do it. That's not a problem now, but that will be a problem if at some point you need a car that is exclusive from a club and you cannot play the event because of it. That will be a problem. So that's fucked up, because even if you have a club and it's level up, since you are not connected to Driveclub, it doesn't matter. That's fucked up. Well, not like they could have expected that the company would close, but they could have at least have the... Wait, what's this? Oh, average speed, okay. No problem. This is baby stuff. Oh, my bad, sorry. This game looks very good. Keep in mind that this game from 2014. And aside from the frame rate being locked at 30 frames per second, like essentially any PlayStation 4 game, the graphics, I feel like, still look good all this time. Especially if you drive like this. If you drive from the cabin, like from the cockpit view, it looks so nice. I like them. They are very nice graphics. So you know that automatic transmission is enabled, but if you want to, you can actually hit the gear up and gear down buttons and they will work. Some games do that even if you have automatic, you can at any point shift. I don't want to do it though. It's there if you want to. If you cannot decide if you want to go automatic or manual, you can do that. Now, I have a feeling I want to at least try and see what hardcore driving means, but I feel like that's only something that is there for people that use a racing wheel. I don't think that's a good idea if you use a gamepad. And I mean, I'm using analog buttons, so it's not like I'm using binary buttons where accelerating softly or steering softly will be a problem. But yeah, I don't know what it means, since they don't really clarify. To say that it's a whole new experience, well, yeah, no shit, but what does that mean? I don't know what it means. Oh, what's this? Oh, you have milestones. You also can level up the car, and I got a BMW. Nice. And some paint shops. Why not? Also, this is a very weird image. Why is it all like pixelated and shit? Like something doesn't add up there, but it's fine. So, wait. Oh, this is a time trial. Oh, in Canada. Oh shit! I'm gonna visit Yami here. Hold up. If it's a time trial, I probably won. Well, actually, the Renault Megane is good for top speed, it seems. I might as well keep it. Also, there is a little bit of music. Actually, I should check that. Can I increase the volume of the music? Or can I only decrease the volume of the sound effects? Because, I mean, I don't mind listening to the sound of the engine, but... You know? Damn. Canada. You look pretty nice, Canada. Oh, and you have the ghost that you need to beat. That's pretty cool. And considering that it says progress, it means that you don't have laps. It's basically like a rally. Okay. Well, I don't think this time trial should be a problem. So, you know how in Gran Turismo, or at least from the PS2 games onwards, you have a suggested gear that tells you when to brake, but this game doesn't have that. Instead, what you have are those little flags on the side of the road. If they are green, it means that it's like a relatively fast corner that you don't really have to brake. If it's yellow, you do have to brake a little bit, and if it's red, it means brake. Brake like your life depended on it. But yeah, that's essentially how you know when to brake and when you don't. Because I mean, you cannot expect me to memorize these tracks. These tracks, by the way, I don't even know if they are real or not. I mean, you can say that a track is in Canada, but does that actually mean that this place is real in Canada? Canada is probably real, but is this place real within Canada? That's the question. Hey Yami, do you know? I'm just kidding. I mean, if someone showed me a random place of my country, I also wouldn't know if it exists or not. This one, it's in the middle of the mountains, which is also not saying much. I mean, most of Canada are mountains. It's like, you know, yeah, which mountain? And that river looks so good. Like, that's the one thing that I love about this game, how good it looks. Like, this game looks unbelievably good. Like, we can say that it's a shame that it's locked at 30 frames per second, but it looks so good. Like, goddamn. It's a shame that the company had to die. Also, we beat that by a lot, not even 3 minutes. Nice. Someone who's been to Canada before, I can confirm that it's not a real country, damn. Oh, we have music with lyrics then. So, are you following Trump's doctrine, Wasabi, that Canada has to be part of the USA? Is that why it's not a real country? Damn. Unbelievable. But hey, I don't know. That's up to the Canadians to decide. I cannot. Alright, wait, what's this? So this is a tournament, well, championship, whatever, same shit. So, hold up, because there are championship objectives and track objectives, right? It says, the first track, achieve a speed of at least 201 kilometers per hour. Well, top 3 is fine. And then it's, okay, it is doable. I'm still going with the Megane though. Of course not. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's hard to tell. You can never know of someone's political views unless they tell you. Because you know that you have a lot of people saying stuff and you can be like, I think this guy might be, you know, a supporter of this political party. And then you are completely wrong. It's actually not the case. It was just your imagination, right? That you took a guess and you got it wrong. So you never know. I mean, I did assume that you wouldn't be on that guy's support. Like, my assumption was that, but hey, maybe my assumption was wrong. In this case, it wasn't. But you never know. One of those things that you will have to know someone, well, not necessarily very well. You just need to ask. Also, this is a little bit of a problem. Is this thing gonna reach 201 kilometers per hour? So I don't feel it will. Though these are uphills. Maybe there's gonna be a downhill somewhere. Problem is that we already have a lot of straight lines. So unless we have a very aggressive downhill, we are not reaching that speed on this Megane. Oh, or maybe... Come on, there you go. Damn, barely. It probably would have been easier to do it on Slipstream, but at the same time... The thing about Slipstream is that unless everyone is doing a train of Slipstream, eventually you're gonna crash against the car ahead of you. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm really tempted to see how that hardcore driving could affect this. Because we already know that the braking assistant is essentially kind of like how it works in Mario Kart. It's funny to compare a game like this to Mario Kart, but Mario Kart has something that allows you to brake, to steer without worrying about braking. Or actually, I think you don't even need to steer. Like, basically the game plays itself for you. So braking assistance is kind of like that. Whenever the game sees a corner, it will brake for you instead of you braking manually. That's obviously something I don't want to have enabled. Like, I want to play the game myself, you know? But hardcore handling, does that mean that it's easy to oversteer or something like that? I am very curious to enable. I know it's a horrible idea, but I really want to do it. At least for one race. And if I get my ass kicked, I guess we can disable it, like, no problem, right? It's whatever. But yeah, I don't know. The problem is that it sounds very threatening. Hardcore handling. In comparison to Mario Kart is especially inaccurate since this game didn't cost $80. It actually did cost $80. Believe it or not. It actually did. Because I purchased this game on release with the season pass. Maybe it was even $90. Yeah, like when I purchased this game in 2014, it was at full price, and I purchased it with the season pass, which was either $20 or $30 more. So it was either $80 or $90. You gotta keep in mind that this is a game that I purchased on release. That's the only reason why I'm playing it. Like, this is a real PS4. Well, in case I needed to clarify. I'm playing this game on a real PS4. This is not being emulated. This is an actual PS4 with the game officially installed using the PlayStation servers. So, yes, this game cost $80 when I purchased it, if not more. But hey, I'll say it's worth it. I really like the game. I remember liking it a lot back then, and I like it now too. Well, I mean, anything that is a racing game, I probably will like it, you know. Yeah. Well, in fact, now that I finish this race, I'll show you the PlayStation menu. This is being played on a real PS4. Well, you already saw the achievements at the beginning. Oh damn! Look at the sun reflection on the water. That's so pretty. You know that normally I don't really care about graphics, but this game looks so beautiful. It's hard to just not be in awe at how amazing it looks. It just looks fantastic. I don't think this game supports VR, does it? Was VR even a thing in 2014? I mean, it was. It's just that I think it wasn't a thing in PlayStation 4. Because playing this game on VR has to be insane. Every time I see the sun flare, that just looks so pretty. Hey man, I'm also ducking it out against a fellow Latino, Rodrigo Martinez. They forgot the accent on the I. Martinez has an accent right there. It's supposed to be, you know that Spanish has very nice rules when it comes to where you need to put a graphic accent in a word. So essentially, a word is separated in syllables, right? And the thing is that every syllable towards the end counts of, you know, if a word is of one type or another. So for example, if a word has a stress in the last syllable, the vowel in that last syllable will have an actual graphic accent if it ends on an N, an S, or a vowel. So you have very specific rules like that, and they work pretty well. Also, we won the championship. That's not important, though. I already knew it was gonna happen. Nose to tail. Well, there you have another achievement, for example. Oh, and I got a Maserati. Maserati Gran Turismo. What came first, the game or this Maserati? I wonder. Also got a Clio, an Audi. Okay. And some paint shops, which are always nice to have, I guess. 5 and counting. 5 what? Level 5, I guess. In case you wanted to check, this is a real PlayStation. And see, that's Project Diva, that's Bloodborne. But this is a new account. It's not the account that I use normally, because otherwise I would have all the progress unlocked by default. So, hold up. There is something I wanna check. I wanna see what happens if I enable hardcore handling. I don't know what that is. Damn, it sounds so scary though. We will see. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Oh, also audio. Raise music volume. What? In 0? Fuck you. I wanna hear the music. Come on. What are you doing? I didn't even know there was race music. Of course I wanna hear the music. Are you out of your mind? Okay, so this one. It's a Volkswagen challenge. Oh, it's a time trial. I don't know if it's a good idea to start with a time trial though. But you can do a custom paint show if you want to. Like you will have to go to a menu with that, I'm assuming, but yeah, why not? So, hardcore driving. We have hardcore driving enabled. Oh, I wonder if the music is copyrighted. Well, it probably is. Who gives a shit? As long as it doesn't block the video, that is. Right, hardcore driving. Wait, why are these guys already faster than me? Oh, maybe... Oh, because they have a faster car, I think. But this... Isn't this the only one I can use right now? Oh, shit. Ouch. Yeah, maybe... Well, I will have to restart, but... Maybe hardcore driving is not a good idea. It's just that... This is probably a very bad way to test it. Because I don't even know how this car works. And even if I did... It's on a time trial. So everything you do fully depends on you. Did that count like skipping the corner? I hope not. Okay. Hardcore handling is what? Essentially understeer city? Is that what's hardcore? Because it understeers like crazy, but maybe that's also only this car. We'll have to check. It's like it understeers like there's no tomorrow. Obviously got a penalty for skipping the track, but... Is that the main difference? Like just the understeer? But I mean, what's the point of that? Because the thing about understeering is that... How else could I make it better? Alright, hold up. Let me turn it off and see... Oh, you cannot turn it off here. You have to go out to turn it off. Damn it. Come on. You know, well, I guess it changes everything. Like, it changes the physics and everything if you cannot change it on the spot. Alright. Sure. So, let's turn that off and see if it really is... Wait, did it turn it off? Okay, it did. So... For how it felt that it was essentially understeering as much as possible. And I don't think that's something I want to see, you know? Like, understeering... Because the thing is that I cannot move the analog more to the right or to the left than I'm already moving it, you know? So maybe that's something that is more intended for, as I mentioned before, people that use a racing wheel. Like a racing wheel with multiple degrees of turning, so you can like do full... You can just basically make the steering wheel do very harsh maneuvers. which is something that you cannot do on analog. I do admit that this thing, I mean, it still understeers a little bit, but I think to explain, I think the main difference is that it's probably more realistic. When you brake, it's like your wheels get completely blocked. And you cannot really steer while you brake. That's the main difference. And I don't really want to do that. That seems like a pain in the ass. Again, more realistic, but I feel like if I wanted to go for a realistic experience, I will be playing this with a racing wheel. And I don't have a racing wheel. It's essentially that. It's the typical wheel blocking that happens with real life cars. Like, because it's not something that usually happens. Like, you don't really brake and steer at the same time most of the times in real life. Like, what you want to do is, you know, kind of play with the accelerator and the brakes. Wait, I got it. Oh, to exit select finish event. Oh, it's because it's multiple laps, so you have to finish it manually. Okay, sure. I don't mind. Yeah, that was free. Assuming you don't have hardcore handling though. Oh, I got a Spiker C8 aileron. Sure. Why not? I don't mind. But yeah. I wonder how many of the DLC cars are available though. Considering that... Oh, that's right, I unlocked this one. But I could use it. I might as well. I like the custom paint shops. Just that every custom paint shop is essentially the same, in the sense that the pre-made ones, it's not like they are per car, but rather they are all something that is there by itself. So if you want new ones made by yourself, you have to go out of your way to do them. Well, that's fine. Just that I don't really want to spend time to do that. Well, maybe off stream. Like, maybe off stream I'm like... I try to become the Bob Ross of car liveries. Maybe. So the Renault Clio... The Renault Clio is normally a commute car that people use in their day-to-day life. This one though, it's adapted to be a sports car. As you can see, it's called Renault Sport. It's a lot fatter. Like, those things that you see at the side, I'm pretty sure those things are not in the normal Clio. Like, the normal Clio, if I'm not mistaken, that division that you see, like around the braking lights, that's probably how the normal Clio looks like. Like the normal Clio is a lot smaller. But this one goes full in. Also, the music in this game seems to be mostly instrumental music, right? You can barely even hear it though. I mean, it's at the same volume as the car. Just there. Reminds me of Wipeout music. You know? Wipeout music is a thing on its own, but it is a problem. If it is like Wipeout music, you know that at some point I got a video blog because it was copyrighted music and they were being bitches about it, basically. So yeah, I hope this one doesn't get blocked. But this feel like the type of music producers that will block your video. We can only hope that they don't. Really like to just look around whenever there is a straight line. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, I guess, you know, the other day someone was asking me if they should play Driveclub, and I kinda said, if you want a casual game, maybe not, but I guess if you really want to make it casual, you should leave the braking assistance enabled, and it does work like a very casual game. I mean, it was kinda thought as a casual game first and foremost, you know. So it makes sense. Look at the lake. How pretty it looks. Oh, you can also customize your avatar. You see that driver that appears there? You can actually completely customize it. I won't waste time doing that though. But yeah, you could if you want to. Waste time. Face off and lap time, okay. I'm very fucked up that there are so many cars that I won't be able to use. Also, what's this special thing? They seem to be blocked. Maybe you will unlock them later. I don't know. The factory one is this. I mean, I could also use the factory one. You know? Why not? Okay. Where did it say that? Oh, Norway. It's right there, my bad. So we're on Norway. Yeah. Also what you usually expect. A lot of mountains. Hey, what are you doing? Really, what are you doing? Why are you crashing against people? Why are you like that? It also seems that the opponents are always the same, right? By that I mean the names are always the same. Kind of like in Flat Out, where the opponents always have the same names, because they are supposed to be characters. So here it's also like that. I guess what we could... Oh shit, nice. What we could play here is try to guess the nationality of these guys. So Laura Walker certainly sounds American, right? Because Laura is obviously a Hispanic name, but Walker is a very American last name, right? But that's something that I'm not sure of. How common is Walker in the USA? Maybe another country is more common, right? I don't know. Then Alessia Conti, probably from... I'm tempted to say Italy, but I say Italy simply because of the last name. I don't know if Alessia is an Italian name though, doesn't really sound like it, right? Or maybe it is. Hard to tell. But the problem is that we also cannot see the other guys unless they overtake. They don't seem to want to overtake. They don't seem to be fast enough. Look at the confetti. Oh, and we have Laura. Damn, very close. Right there, in fact. Seems that the AI is starting to fight back, huh? Well, it was about time. Though here, it doesn't really matter if you lose, as long as you manage to be in the podium. Well, that's assuming also that the objective itself is not winning, you know? Well, at least we will see the names here. But we should see them on the result screen. What do we have here? Anisha Bat is most likely Indian. Sergio Ruiz Spanish, most likely. Kyla Jones also sounds American. Well, Diego Montes, Latin American from any Latin American country, really. Alfie Sanders. That's the problem. That also sounds American to me, but maybe not. Same as, well, Petter Nielsen will be Sherman. I don't know. Well, and then Hiroshi Ando being Japanese, clearly. But yeah. I don't know. Hey, you will know, Wasabi, if some of those sound American enough or not. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, the thing about America, the USA, is that it's the most diverse country in the world. Like, the same way that you can be called, you know, Paul McDonald's, you can also be called anything. Like, you could have a Chinese name too. Because the USA really is an attraction for the whole world. All I know is that I only heard the surname Walker once. Did you? So, it sounds American, but you think it could be from somewhere else? But then again, from where else could someone with a last name Walker be from? From the UK, maybe? I don't know. That's the thing, because you think, okay, let's say Walker is not from the USA. What other country could have a last name like Walker? Well, something that I can guarantee you, not in any Spanish-speaking country, unless of course it's the son of an immigrant. And that immigrant has to be from at least an Anglo country, for sure. It could be from the UK. Yeah, maybe you're right. But what about Kyla Jones? Kyla Jones to me sounds like it is from the USA as well. Simply because of the last name Jones. Kyla is the type of name that sounds like it has African origins, a name like Kyla. But Jones is a very Anglo last name. Ah, shit. Hey, come on, what you mean corner penalty? I wasted time by doing that, I didn't gain. It's okay. Hey, Kyla Jones to me also sounds American. And Jones is definitely a very common American last name, isn't it? Or maybe it isn't, I don't know. You will know. Still don't know. Alessia Conti, like, part of me thinks it's from Italy, and another part of me... No, but like, that's the thing. Forgetting about the name Alessia, Conti, where else that is not Italy could it be from? Because if we're like, that's not a Hispanic name either. Well, it's Hispanic last name. It's not Asian either. So you will believe that it is from Europe. And from Europe, it doesn't sound French, it doesn't sound German, it doesn't sound Nordic either. Like, Conti has to be Italian. It's just that the name throws me off. Is Alessia really an Italian name? Like, that does not sound Italian to me. But maybe it is. I mean, what do I know? Like, I might be descendant from Italians, but I mean, I don't know Italian. Like, even if it's in my blood, doesn't mean it's in my brain. It's a different thing. Not quite the same. Alright. So, I got an accolade. Some leveling up. Then that's a lot of leveling up. And I got the Mercedes-Benz Cla AMG. Alright. You are? Well, I mean, I'm 100% Argentinian. Because I was born in Argentina from Argentinian parents. The thing is that my Argentinian parents are from a family line that from one side it comes from Italy and from the other side it comes from Spain. So, like, from the most technical perspective, I'm Argentinian, right? Because technically I'm like a third generation immigrant or something like that, I guess. I don't know how that will count, since my grandparents, I think some of them arrived in this country at the beginning of the 20th century, and the other ones maybe a little bit later than that. So, by all means, I'm 100% Argentinian. There is zero doubt about that. Like, I'm as Argentinian as I could be. But if we look at my ancestral line, the closest thing that is not Argentinian is Italian and Spanish. Part Italian thing wasn't actually referring to you as an example. Well, I mean, part Italian, as I say, in terms of ancestry. You know? Yes, I'm not Italian in the sense that I don't have Italian citizenship. I cannot speak Italian. And, well, all of that. Like, essentially, the only Italian thing I have is my descent, well, my ancestry. But I guess you can say, the problem is that here it's kind of a complex topic when you start talking about ethnics, right? Like, ethnically, I will be, because I don't know the denominations of ethnics, but theoretically, I should be like Mediterranean. I think that's the word they use. or like people that are from like the south part of Europe. Because one thing is nationality and another thing is what your ethnic group is. And in my case, I think it's supposed to be that. If Mediterranean is even an ethnic group, I don't know if it is. But yeah, essentially, I am the mixture of, you know, of someone that was from Italy and someone that was from Spain. But obviously none of them are alive. But there is one thing I can tell you with confidence, that one of my grandparents, like the grandparent from my father's side, they are both Spanish, like actual Spanish. Like they were born in Spain, and they came here and well had their family here. But yeah, both of my grandparents from my father's side, I know they are 100% Spanish. From my mother's side, it's different because I think it's only my great grandparents that are that were Italian. I don't know if my grandparents are actually Italian. Like, I don't know if they were born there. I don't think they were born there. I think they were born here. But my great... What the hell? Cleanup? What's that? Wait, why is that a gold trophy? Oh, it's because I did the whole race clean. I didn't even notice. I was just talking out my ancestry. I got a lotus. Alright. Always nice to see lotuses. Or is the plural Lotti? I don't know, hard to tell. Oh, we're going with Mercedes instead. Well, ironically, this one is worse in every way except for drifting. Why would you want to pick that? I guess it looks better. It does look better, I'll give you that. Seems like kinda wasting it. Also, your default color is a little bit whack. I want something wilder. But yeah. That's what I know about my ancestry. So, and that's the ancestry of most people here as well. Like, at least people that live around here, like in the province I live. You usually have the typical Italian-Spanish mixture, or full Spanish or full Italian. Those are the two countries that fuck the most in this country, like literally. I don't wanna sound, you know, vulgar, but yeah. Spanish and Italian people fuck like crazy here. They really did. And I'm the result of that. Me and many others. But yeah. I will, like, Italian as a language is something that it will be... I'm tempted to learn, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go to Italy. I don't care about any Italian media. And I don't have any person that I know that knows Italian. So, why would I learn a language like that? You know? I feel like at that point, might as well learn Latin, right? If I'm gonna learn a language that I'm not gonna use, might as well learn one that sounds cooler. No, probably shouldn't do it. Alright, so what do we have here? Norwegian Open. In Central 10. Okay, interesting name. I don't see what's wrong with it. Should I change the paint shop? I could do this one. I like how half of these paint shops sound like someone just grab a bucket of paint and just, without any rhyme or reason, threw it at the car. And that's the result. Oh, this is the same track as the first one, the tutorial. So this was in Norway all this time. Alright, I can already tell you those two names that you see there, Sofia Lopez and Tamara Rojas, they are both 100% Latino. 100%. Well, the one on top, Sofia Lopez, that could be Spanish as well. Tamara, though, I kinda doubt it. Damn, that's the same corner that I got fucked by on the tutorial. That's crazy. It's fine. Oh, the face-off. Wait, it's a drift face-off? No way. Oh. Well, I was free. Shame that it made me waste all that time, but don't worry about it. Well, now the problem is I need to recover. If you wanna drift, you need to use the handbrake. This game has a handbrake button. So, use the handbrake. You're not gonna regret it. Well, you're gonna regret it if you use it badly, but you are not drifting any other way. You know? I can tell you that much. Alright, do we have any other new names here to analyze? Oh, Hannah Smith. Okay, that's 100% American. Like, Hannah Smith is like the most American name I ever heard. Camille Bernard. No, it's not Camille, it's Camille Bernard. Bernard. Honestly, I'm tempted to basically say like half of these are American. But Bernard... Where else could Bernard be from? Pretty sure that sounds American too, right? And then Alfie Sander. That's another one that sounds American too. Doesn't help that there is a popular person with that last name. Well, a popular person also... Isn't there a character from The Simpsons with that name? How could I not... How could I not think that these are all American? It's at the very least. I think you mean Mr. Burns? No, Sanders. The last name Sanders. I thought there was a Simpsons character. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't watch The Simpsons. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm making it. No, I am making it. Not by a lot, though. Like, almost a second and I wouldn't have made it. But we're fine. You're probably thinking of Smithers. Yeah, it could be. It's a possibility. Like, that's a very... Regardless, Sanders is a very American last name, right? Oh, Rookie Trophy. And if you want to play the other events, you need to at least get 3rd place here. Alright, so what do we have here? Top 3 for... Well, that top 3 in everything. And then the first and the third one require lap time. Average speed on the second one. And then it's essentially winning the tournament. Okay, gotcha. Still gonna use this thing, but now with a different painting. What about this one, for example? Well, actually, that doesn't really look that interesting at all. Whatever. I mean, these cars in general don't look interesting at all. Yes, you might be looking at these cars and you're like, them, what a shitty selection of cars. But I can guarantee you, this game has some very good cars. It's just that they are leaving it for later. They are leaving it for when you can actually go fast. Which is not yet. But it will happen eventually. Don't worry. In fact, I remember that back when this game was out, like on release, some of the cars that this game had were cars that were extremely modern at the time. Like, we're talking about cars that essentially were like from around the same time that the game released. That's pretty interesting, but I don't think we're gonna reach those cars yet. Like, that will happen when we move a little bit further. Wait, that counted as a clean lap? No way. The fuck do you mean clean lap? Like, didn't I crash against like half of the cars? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Seeing that sign that says #Driveclub is pretty funny. Because yeah, if you do #Driveclub now on Twitter, I don't think you're gonna find many things. Poor game. It did its best though. That's what counts. Also, hold up. Am I gonna make this lap time? 6, 7. Yeah, I will. Okay. Cool. And that was apparently, yeah, a clean event. Alright. Cool. Yeah. The next one is the one that had like an average, average speed face-off. Those are scary. Especially if you don't have multiple laps and you have to do it immediately. It is a problem. Okay. No, it's 2 laps at least. You know what that reminds me of? To outrun Coast to Coast. That game had some objectives that were drive above the speed. You needed to drive above, well, it wasn't really average. Like, you needed to constantly be above a threshold of speed. So it didn't count the average speed, but rather your speed at all times. And if you went below the threshold, you will lose rank, right? But it reminds me of that because it's pretty hard in a lot of sectors in racing games in general to keep your speed high. You know? Well, this one is a joke though, you don't even have to use the brakes. Though, what I wonder here is I remember this objectives that they were in a lot of cases against other players. I'm assuming that the ones that are required to get a star in the event were some that like were always against Driveclub, right? And the thing is that here randomly you could get one from some other player, like one of those challenges. Like, that was very automatic. Like, I'm pretty sure that while you were playing, you would also constantly upload that sort of stuff. I think it's the way it works. Oh, that was the last lap. That was... Well, it wasn't clean according to the game. It was clean according to me, though. Which is the only thing that matters. I do hope that after this rookie trophy we can see some nicer cars, you know? What do we have here? I like the way the truck... Well, I like the way every truck looks, really. They should all look pretty nice. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to crash. I mean, what are you braking for, dude? That's like a full speed chicane. How did you not want me to crash you? In fact, that's the most common crash against a vehicle is because the guy in front of you is essentially doing like the slowest corners possible and you are suffering behind him. See, especially that one. Like, that's a chicane that with a car like this, you 100% take at full speed. So this guy's braking like it's nobody's business. It's... Like, what are you even doing, dude? Like, why are you like this? Sorry. I like the ending of the track with that inclination on the ground. Kinda like if it was an oval. You really get rewarded a lot for doing a clean sector. You get ultra rewarded. A clean sector is 500. When it says sector accuracy, what it means is how close you were to the optimal racing line, which is something that well, I think that you can enable the optimal racing line, but why would you? I got the rookie trophy, which is an achievement, and I got another Audi. Wait, how many Audis did I unlock? Oh, okay, 2, I guess. And the Bentley Continental Speed, alright. Come on, dude. Like, it's only 2 Audis now. I'm pretty sure that I unlock already like 4 more Audis. And I don't mind Audi particularly, but come on, dude. Like, what's this? It's like a mini championship. See, in fact, here... First of all of these are Sherman brands. The thing is that you have Audi, Mercedes, and BMW. You don't have anything else. I don't really know what to pick here. It's like, I don't really care about any of them. I'll go for this one. Factory paint and everything. Something that is probably not very audible is the sound when he opens the door and closes it. I remember that was very audible when I played this on Icon release. But it's probably here because I have the sound very quiet. Because the thing is that otherwise, the engine sound and like the tires against the asphalt are extremely loud. And I know that I can lower that volume, but... well, I probably should. But, I mean, aside from the sound of the opening and closing door, it's not like you're missing much, because I mean, it's pretty clear that the music is not anything out of the ordinary, right? So that doesn't matter much. It's not Panama. You know, it's what I say. The music in this game sounds like it's from Wipeout. It's pretty interesting. Because you know that my idea was playing Wipeout on PS4, and you know that what I was waiting for is for the game to go on sale, and it did go on sale, but it didn't go on the biggest sale ever. Like, it actually went for cheaper before, so I didn't buy it because of that. I'm very stingy, yes, in case you didn't know by now. But yeah, the thing is that I do wanna play it, and that will essentially be like if I were to play that game, it will be the 4th game that I play on PlayStation 4 on stream. Because on stream so far I played the Bloodborne, Project Diva X, this game, and then it will be that one. It will be Wipeout Omega Collection. Honestly, Bloodborne, man. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but that was such a disappointing game to me. The fact that the game doesn't feel better to play than any of the Dark Souls games is fucked up to me. Like, everyone praises it as the best Miyazaki game ever. And it's like... I don't know. I didn't like it. It reminds me a lot of The Last of Us as well. It's just that The Last of Us, the people that usually the people that usually praise that game tend to be people that don't usually play video games and just play whatever has the shiniest graphics, right? The thing about Bloodborne is that all the people that I saw praising it are people that play games regularly, a lot of games. That's what surprises me the most. It's like, you know, you have all 3 Dark Souls games that, at least to me, absolutely shit on Bloodborne effortlessly, and yet some people say that Bloodborne is the best From Software game. I don't know. We agree to disagree, I guess. Essentially, that's what I see. Is that the two games that usually I hear a lot of people say that they are the best game ever, which is essentially The Last of Us and Bloodborne, in terms of how I hear people talk about like best game ever. I dislike both of them. I don't know if that makes me a hipster. Probably. But I really don't like them. Top speed 241. Isn't that a little bit too much? Reaching 241. Can I even reach that fast with this car? Maybe here? No, here you need to brake. No matter what. So where do you want me to reach this speed? Here? I mean, this looks like a very long straight, but there was also a long straight before and I didn't reach that speed. To mention, this one has an uphill. But it has to be this one. Alright, yeah, it is that one. 200. I can even reach... Well, not really 250 actually. Very close, but not quite. I wanted to do the test of what happens if I increase the volume to me, but I feel like I'm gonna go deaf if I increase it any higher than this. But maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's not that loud. Well, here's the thing. Whenever I watch the VOD of this to see how the volume is, if I see that it's too quiet, I'll increase it for the next stream, you know? No problem. I mean, it's not like this is a game with story and you're missing out on voice acting that you cannot replay, you know? Here you're just missing out on some very generic music and the sound of the tires screeching, you know. Okay, let me increase. Well, I'm not gonna notice the difference here, though. It won't happen. So even those sound effects. Oh shit, Marussia B2. Seems like a very luxurious car to unlock it this early, right? I don't mind, but... Scotland Open? Complete a clean lap. That could be hard to do. Alright. Gotta keep it in mind. I might as well use this thing too. Right here. Actually... Forget about it. The sound of the door doesn't seem that loud as I remember it. Maybe it's supposed to come from here, from like the gamepad. I think I completely removed the sound from the gamepad. And maybe it comes from there. I also like that you constantly see new tracks. I don't know how many tracks this game has, but I do remember that I was never able to properly see the amount. Like, it felt impossible to to follow. Since every time I did an event, it felt like the track was completely new. So I just think this game has a shit ton of tracks, but especially if you include DLCs. Okay, that's pretty loud. Like, I increase the volume, and when you make the tires squeal, it's very hearable, for lack of a better word. Was that off track? No, it wasn't off track. So this should count for clean lap. Well, I mean, there is still some corners to fuck up, but I think we should be fine. Yeah, I remember this corner being annoying to do, though that wasn't that bad. So if we want to go for the time, like for the lap objective, the lap time objective, we gotta do this fast. The first one is not fast enough because it's a standing start instead of a rolling start, but like how you get a bonus for high speed. That's also another thing that I like the very subtle effects of every bonus that you get. It is a game that has a lot of love put into it. It's a shame that it stopped receiving love at some point, and now you cannot even purchase it legally. It's fine, don't worry about it. It happens. As soon as I can, I'm gonna decrease the volume for me, because it is very loud in some very... Well, I could do it on this straight, it's just that that's a very dangerous thing to do with only one hand while you're driving. At least I got the lap time. Right, YOLO. It wasn't that bad, see? Easy. Well, at this rate, I might be able to get a clean event overall. Might be possible. I think that works well. And since there is no car to crash, I should be doing well. Well, that's one thing that I noticed, that so far the AI is not even close to being a problem. And to be quite honest, I don't really remember the AI ever being a problem in this game. Like, I remember the things that I struggled the most with were the secondary objectives. Like, winning the races, I think, was never a problem for me in this game. Maybe I'm wrong though, I think that it is that way. I mean, you can see the AI constantly being close to you, but it's also very hard to make a mistake. You will have to be like completely blindfolded or something to make a mistake in this game. It could be. An Alfa Romeo and a roof. I think that none of these cars are anything other than European. Yeah, these are all European cars. What do you want to use? Do you want to use an Audi, or perhaps you want to use an Audi? Hard choice, honestly. Though this one, ironically, aside from drifting, it's better in every single way. And why would you want good drifting anyways? Right? Like, who cares? Oh, I don't believe it. The one time that I need drift is the one time I don't pick the car that favors drift. Wow. Good shit. Ah, it's fine. It won't be that picky, surely. Right? That was pretty fucked up. Oh, I remember this tunnel being very dangerous, because you could very easily hit the parts on the side, and the parts on the side are essentially walls, and yeah, you are getting permanently fucked by them. So where is the drift face-off? That's a problem. If it's so far in the event, well, that was a pretty nice drift, but you're not supposed to do it here, you know. Maybe it's in this corner here. No, it isn't. So it's gonna be almost at the end. Come on, dude. Why do you have to be like that? Because if I fail, you essentially have to retry the whole thing. Not to mention that most of the drifting face-offs usually are very short. So, if you don't already start well enough, you're not gonna make it. Okay, it's there in that collection of hairpins. I mean, hopefully it's for the whole collection and not just for the first corner. We will see them. That's very fast. Alright, so here. Wow, I got it by a lot. So I don't even need to worry about getting more drifting here. Just worry about getting the other objective, which is getting enough time. Well, enough time. Doing this in fast enough time. 3 minutes 18 seconds. Well, I have 18 seconds. So I hope the race... Okay, it's there. I should be able to get it. It's also the first event that requires a top 2 finish instead of top 3. Not a problem, but... Yeah, it seems that the drift objectives are extremely permissive. You should not worry about them. Like, you're gonna get them without issue. Alright. Oliver's Landing. Is that the name of the track? Who is Oliver? Wait, did I use this car before? When? Well, I could use the Lotus though. Might as well. Oh, and this one, it's from the right side. See, that's the thing that I like about the game. the detail that every car has is pretty good, honestly. Okay. This looks like a very aggressive car, honestly. Oh, I remember this track. This is the track with the super aggressive chicanes. Well, I feel like back then, I really fucking suck at video games. So, something like that to me was crazy. Like that chicane sector, I look at it and I'm like, there is no way I can do that fast. I mean, I had to really have sucked so many balls back then, because how can you look at that and not think it's easy? Like, what are you doing? Wait, why is this red? Oh, they already warn you a lot beforehand that you're supposed to brake. I don't know why, that didn't seem like a very messed up corner at all. I guess they wanted you to be careful. You wouldn't want to damage this luxury car, right? Look at how he's smiling. You wouldn't want to damage that, right? Surely. Got the objective. Okay. Unfortunately, so far, the only thing that you get to use are European cars. Oh, this is a drift event. But at least it's with a car whose whole point is be a drift car, I guess. I was never a fan of drifting in video games unless drifting was something that made you go faster. Like in games like Daytona USA or, well, rally games or Initial D. But in games like this, drifting never makes you go faster. Score points by drifting in drift zones. Scoring oh, wait, so you have drift points and fast zones? I didn't remember that. So here you're intended to simply go fast. Wow, that was pretty bad. Oh, and that didn't even count as a drift. But I think I remember retrying these events a lot, because it was not easy at all to get a lot of these ones. This one though is free, but some of these were not free. Some of these were actually hard. Okay. And that one was especially free, considering that I got 0 points from one of the drift sectors. What does this say? Oh, we are on Chile? Oh shit, we're gonna see Kael in here. Gotta say hello to Kael. Huh. This is an electric car, isn't it? Yeah, it says electric motor. Should I use it? But it doesn't seem very good compared to everything else. Is it? Doesn't really look like it. Might as well just use the Lotus. To mention that the Lotus is a pretty nice car, you know? Why not? And now that I think about it, the sound of the doors has to be something that only happened in the gamepad. So, is there a way to map the sounds of the gamepad to the console itself? Because I remember that my favorite thing every time that I started an event was hearing the sound of the door. It was like ASMR. Like, it just sounded so nice. But I want you to hear. Well, I want to hear it myself as well, but I should check if there is an option. 'Cause I remember it. It was so nice hearing it. I don't want to repeat myself, but it really was. It sounded so nice. Back then, since this is a new thing from the PS4, essentially having a gamepad with a speaker in it, a lot of games use that. I remember Neo also using it. I think Uncharted used it as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single game I played used it. I wonder if Project Diva uses it. Actually. That's the problem, I wouldn't know. Because I don't have it enabled anyways. So the fastest time here is quickly approaching me. I'm not doing the corners especially fast here. That's the issue. And it's costing me some time. I cannot allow this ghost to best me, you know. I also find it hard to see anything right now. Like, it's in the middle of the night and there is not a single light aside from the one that comes from my car. Well, realistically, this will look a lot darker than it looks here. You think that this looks very dark, but trust me, it can look a lot darker. When there are no lights whatsoever in a course, especially because those lights from this car, these are extremely basic lights. They're like, the chances that these lights will light up this much, I mean, it can certainly happen, but it's unlikely. It's a little bit unlikely. We get fireworks. At least the fireworks should bright up the track a little bit. That was a clean event, nice. Well, in time trials, it's easier since you are not really gonna crash against anyone, you know. But yeah. Alright. Italian Performance Cup. Oh, so this is gonna be with the Maserati, yeah. So we're actually gonna be using Italian cars. Oh, and this one is locked by driver level, so eventually you can use this one, the Ferrari FF. So should I go Maserati or Alfa Romeo? Wait, what event even is this? Hold up. Oh, it's a championship. Well, in that case, it doesn't matter which one I use. I'm gonna use the Alfa Romeo, though. This one? Oh, that looks a little bit ugly. Well, this one doesn't look much better, but... No, it's okay. I probably will try to paint something cool off a stream. Problem is that even if I manage to paint something cool, using it for every single car will get very repetitive. Wow, that looks so pretty. Holy shit. Oh, and this is a bigger car than I was expecting. This car is very fat. It needs to cut down the desserts. It's fine. As long as he's fast, he can be as fat as he wants. Also, the first place is quite far already. But a little bit of competition is always welcome. But keep in mind that the Ferrari FF is apparently way faster than any of us. So this might not be that easy to win. Theoretically though, I don't really need to win. But I don't know what the championship objective is. Because I might not need to win this race, but if the championship requires you to... Ah, fuck. Okay, yeah, don't worry, that was a legal overtake, okay? Well, it was. I mean, the game didn't say off track, so if it doesn't say off track, it means that it's valid. No. No, I'm losing control. Man, corner penalty, come on. You're saying it as if I gained time by doing that. I might be able to win though. But if we don't win the race, it doesn't mean anything. We'll still get all the stars, which are the objective. I'm more worried about getting the time objective. 2 minutes 20 seconds. You can see that the finish line is right after this corner, but will it be enough? It will be enough. Not by much though. Like, I can actually see the difficulty increasing right now. Pretty interesting. Why not? I welcome it. Oh, a speed. This one's... I feel like it should be fine, but... yeah. Alright. It seems that here the first place is not gonna go away. Well, not to mention that the Ferraris being faster also means that you can chase someone's slipstream without reaching them. Sorry, my bad, Mr. Ferrari. I didn't mean to do that. That had to count as vehicle impact, of course. Would have been weird if it didn't. No? Yeah, don't worry about those. Though the amount of obstacles that you can take down, I don't think you get additional points for doing that. This is not Burnout. Oh, that just reminded me that that's a series I also have to play on stream. Burnout. But not now, since I'm obviously doing Driveclub. How nice drifts. Those were actually useful drifts. Unfortunately, lost a lot of time there off track, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, that might be a bigger deal though. And this guy, yeah, this guy wants a piece. I will block you though. I won't let you pass. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of off tracks here. Though to be fair with how fast we are going, it's to be expected that it's hard to control. Not to mention that there is not much room to drive with this car here. Oof. Was a little bit blinding. Then into the finish line. Hold up. I need to put my coat. It's a little bit... It's starting to get a little bit cold in here. Okay, just give me a second. There you go. See, you know that we are in the typical season transition between winter and spring. I got a Ferrari California. What do you mean California? Ferrari's Italian. Best of British. We're gonna use the Lotus. Yeah, correct. The Lotus or the Lotus. Because this one you need to unlock it with club level. But yeah, you're not gonna do that. So yeah, the Lotus. Yeah, as I said, I do hope that none of the cars require... none of the events only have one car available that is also only unlocked by club. That will suck balls. Hey, I wanna believe it's not the case. Because the idea is to go for absolute total completion, you know? That's the idea. Well, there is an average speed face-off here. Okay. So, average speed. Can I do that? Yeah, I can easily do that. The thing about this game is that, considering that those things were a lot more common since they constantly appear from players all over the world, a lot of events were very lively because aside from playing the game itself like I'm doing now, you also constantly will challenge yourself against someone else. So that's something that will be impossible to replicate now. I mean, unless people open their own servers and they somehow manage to modify the game to point to those servers. But I mean, at that point, I'm pretty sure that you need to be emulating, like playing it natively on a PS4. I don't think it's gonna work. That was very fast. Close. Okay, I really had to brake there. Was starting to look like a catastrophic accident. Right? Oh, my bad. Sorry, Mr. Yeah, like the viewers of the track were there. I don't think they like that, but it's fine. I got an accolade. So for leveling up an accolade, you get some stuff. Got a Ferrari Scuderia. Pretty nice. Yeah, oh, it's a drifting challenge. And we don't have any choice. It has to be the spiker here. Sure, why not? Wait, how do you open this? Ha! Damn, what a fancy little shit. This is one of those cars that has a door that rises instead of moving to the side. I mean, oh, what the hell? Didn't know that it looked like this from the back. That looks very ugly. This looks like the kind of car that is in the typical sci-fi movie. That is like an old movie that shows you what cars in the future are gonna look like. And they show like very ridiculous designs. And this is the kind of shit that looks like that. Oh, we're actually not getting the target like that. Interesting. This is the first event that we don't beat every objective on the first try. The first one. Well, technically you have that time trial that I wanted to check how hardcore handling worked. And I didn't do it because hardcore handling was very hardcore indeed. But yeah, that doesn't count. This is the first one that I do in optimal conditions and I still couldn't do it. Not to mention that here you don't even have a choice of what card to use. Like here you essentially use the only card that you can select. Ah, damn it, dude. Still wasn't enough. That's crazy. At the end of the day, I'm gonna end up farming experience from this event exclusively. So it was close. I do remember struggling with a lot of these events. I mean, to the point that I probably left a lot of these events for very late. Wow, that's not gonna work. I mean, right now my idea is I want to collect all the stars. The thing is that I want to I don't want to let an event go until I get all stars, you know? I don't think that was good either. It's gonna be pretty similar to that attempt. Oh, actually, that one was enough. Nice. Alright, cool. Drift events in this game at some point can become a problem. I mean, it's kind of like in Gran Turismo. Just that in Gran Turismo it's even worse because the car tends to understeer, so it's even harder to drift properly. Alright, what do we have here? I kinda wanna use the Nismo, but apparently the Nismo compared to everything else is simply not worth it. In terms of stats. I really wanna use it. I'm a Nissan enjoyer, you know? Well, this is essentially one of the only non-European cars that we have available right now. Like later on we see a lot of them. But yeah, so far, I think this Nissan is one of the only non-European cars that you can pick. They have 3 laps, a cornering face-off, and we need to be able to get a record lap time. Ah, shit. Doing that with like 5 other cars next to you was a little bit hard, I gotta say. What about this face-off? One of those that has the racing line thingy. Oh, that went well. Something that also surprises me is why there are some cars, this one included, that you can only use the factory colors. It's like maybe in their license they did not allow you to just pick whatever color you wanted. But that seems weird. Why would the license be like that? Hey, why do you have to be so picky? Wouldn't you want your car to be fully shown in full glory? Oh, and another thing that this game has is visual damage. It's only visual though, it's not something that affects the gameplay whatsoever. It's there. Well, that's also another thing that I heard of, that a lot of companies don't want to have their cars in games where they can take damage. Because they don't want to show their car damage, because it's like it's bad to the brand or whatever. I think those people are full of shit though. Or rather, more than full of shit, they are people that don't know shit about marketing. That you will very clearly, you know, get a lot more benefit from getting free publicity for your car, instead of forbidding certain games from having them, simply because it shows them damage. Hey, come on, dude. Hey, what are you even doing? Also, am I the only one using this Nissan? I am. And even then I still won. What a BMW. Some paint shows. Alright. Oh, the amateur trophy. So after this we're gonna have a whole new set of cars, I'm assuming, that we can use. I mean, we could use the Nismo here, but we probably shouldn't. Probably should go full cheap here. I think I'm gonna go with the Lotus. The Lotus so far has behaved very well, so we'll use this thing. Yeah, the loading times are also something that the PS4 was never known for being good at. But keep in mind that I'm pretty sure the original PS4 model, which is the one that I'm using pretty much, I'm pretty sure it had a hard drive. Like, it was at the time where solid state drives were not a standard yet. Nowadays they are, and it's hard to think of a computer, in this case a console, not using a solid state drive. But yeah, back then they were not really common. Well, they were more common though than in the 2000s. But yeah. Is the lap time free? I mean, it most likely will be free after the first lap. Okay, though that's the thing about this track. It has that one. I remember that I also struggling with that part of the track when I originally played this game, because you're going super fast and all of a sudden you're thrown into a very slow corner that doesn't. Okay, that definitely was not very fast. At this rate, I'm not even gonna get the lap time objective. Then, come on. I need to get that objective though. Well, there is still one more lap, and I guess we already learned, but it's messed up because you don't really have the visual indicator of where you need to brake. Or I think the visual indicator are supposed to be those weird flags there. I don't even think those are the ones, are they? But you don't have the other flags that showed up in the previous track, so it's kind of like you have to do this stuff very blind. Hey, I don't know why this track doesn't have them when every other track has them. They really want you to do these corners completely blind. Okay. Oh, that was the corner that I failed last time, right? In that case, this should be enough to get the required time without a doubt. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Basically, I needed 2 recon laps for the real lap to be the final one. Yeah, that was good enough by quite a lot. Even a clean lap. I'm also the only one using the Lotus here. Seems that my car picks are quite unpopular, but the Lotus seems like a very good car. Or at least it feels like a pretty nice car. So that's a pretty nice looking bridge. Oh, that's an interesting corner too. A corner that you can actually do pretty fast, but you really wouldn't know unless you did it once. I mean, it doesn't help that the flags look red as if you needed to break a lot, but not really. You know, the problem here is that I need 217 kilometers per hour. I don't think I'm getting it here. I might be getting it on the other side. It looked longer. It looked like a longer straight. I feel like unless it's downhill, I'm not getting it. Oh, come on. That counted as cutting the corner. Alright. So in theory, this is where I should get the speed objective, right? It should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't really worry in these events, because you should get your stuff without trouble. And we're going through train tracks, really? Interesting drift. And apparently they didn't even count as a soft track, so that's nice. I like the fact that, except for the front of my car, thankfully the back of my car looks very clean. Oh, and the ending seems like it's gonna be super fast. Yeah. That seems like a very dangerous ending. Why not? Alright. Then on to the final one, which is a cornering face-off. Well, as long as you let me do more than one lap, we should be fine, right? Surely. Okay, it's 3 laps, so we have more than enough chances to mess this up, you know? Okay, and that's the face-off. It's in a chicane. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it is in a chicane. A very fast one at that. Well, all these face-offs are very permissive. I remember when you had face-off against other players, some of them were very tough to beat, but any of the face-offs that are part of an objective are not a problem whatsoever. I still think that the front of this car is very funny. It really looks like it's smiling at you. It's very happy. That's actually an insane chicane. Wow, someone actually got an accident. Shame that I didn't look back when it happened, but if you look at the minimap on the bottom left, you could see someone not making that. Maybe it's because he tried to avoid me. That would have been pretty funny. Like me accidentally making other people have accidents. Wouldn't have been the first time, and it probably won't be the last time either. Holy mother of drifting. Yeah, these poor tires after the race probably will need an exorcist. I think it will be enough to just throw them away. Need to call a priest. They seem to be possessed by the devil. Is there a way to do this chicane super fast and not get into an accident? Yeah, like that. That's actually a very, very cool sector. Oh, damn it, that was my bad. That chicane sector is very nice because it's a typical sector where you can go extremely fast. But the moment you make a little mistake, you are dead. I really like fast sectors like that. Fast sectors with risk. And when I play these past days Gran Turismo 4 with the Formula car, and there were sectors like that where you were intended to go fast, but you could very easily lose control. It was pretty nice. Okay, so yeah, I won the amateur trophy. Yeah, that's what I won. I unlock an Aston Martin. Nice. More European cars to add to my European collection. Alright. And then we go to Maserati. For more European excellency, of course. Alright. This one, unfortunately, it's a drift event, so chances is that it's gonna be a pain in the ass. But it's fine. Oh, it's in this track. Well, the track doesn't really matter that much. It could be any track that, if you're not used to drifting, is the same as nothing. Yeah, that wasn't very good at all, but it's fine. Okay, that was terrible. No, that has to be a restart. With something like that, you're not going anywhere. No, that's... Damn it. But the way the corner, or rather the drift challenge is set up there, makes you think that you're supposed to drift a lot earlier than you're actually meant to. At least obviously not gonna be enough, but I as well try. That was too long. That's a shame. That actually would have worked. If it didn't completely cancel my points, that would have been enough. It's fine. No, I always have the wrong angle on that one. Actually, one of the most tough drift zones here. Well, this one is also very fucked up, but that time it did work. Damn it. Well, if I don't mess up the final one, this should be more than enough. That's a very big if. Okay, that works. And you can actually get so many points in a drift as long as the beginning of the drift is fast. Like, if you're going extremely fast, it's enough to just get like an insane multiplier, most likely. Britain versus Germany. And pretty classy. Not the first time they are going off against each other. Oh, that's a lot of cars. We have BMW. Oh, the Caterham. This is a pretty peculiar car. We have some options. And this one seems to be the best one, right? Well, that or this Volkswagen, actually. The shower doesn't seem bad either, but this one seems better unless you want to do some drifting, I guess. I don't want to do drifting. I'm fine with this. Yeah, it's very weird for me to see a Volkswagen car and not see it as the usual slow car that is only used for commuting. I seen a sports Volkswagen's car is like it doesn't compute. That's a pretty interesting design. Yeah, a lot of these cars are a lot longer than they look like. Or not to mention, this car is demolishing them all effortlessly. I guess it still looks a little bit weird though. When I got the objective on the first lap. Wow, interesting. Is that the Aston Martin? Well, I can't really see. It's not that easy to see what you have behind you. It is still a very weird design for a car. This is what happens when you want to see a Volkswagen in a sport car environment. Like it doesn't mix. So this is one of the tracks that I already played, but this time it's in reverse. So some of these tracks do repeat, it's just that if they are in reverse, it's very hard to tell that that's the case. Especially because I think that differently from Gran Turismo, the game doesn't tell you very straight what specific track you're gonna be driving on. It's getting pretty dark. Well, that's something that is kind of funny, how the whole day in this game passes from day to night in a couple minutes. It still looks cool, it's just funny. Alright. And apparently I was the only one that picked this Volkswagen. So is the CPU avoiding picking the cars that I pick on purpose to make me feel more special or what? Because you know that this has been happening a little bit frequently, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. That might have looked like it was on purpose, but it wasn't. You just kinda got in my way. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, in the front of my car is not looking very hot right now. So there is an average speed face-off here. I don't know if in a championship like this, if you're allowed to restart a single race, or if you need to restart the whole thing. Because if you fail to get a face-off challenge like that, it will be a pain to have to restart absolutely everything because of it. Yeah, see, that counting as an off-track penalty makes sense. So I did cut the track very badly. Yeah, sometimes it's not like super clear where the track limits are gonna be until it's too late, of course. Okay, this is the average speed face-off. I gotta be careful. Okay, that was a clean drift. Oh, but that's also a very slow corner here. I don't think that my... Oh, it is gonna be enough, yeah. Yeah, those are very dangerous, because those are the type of challenges that if you mess up somewhere, you essentially automatically fail. No matter how nice you do everything else, you're most likely just gonna fail. But yeah, it's whatever. Well, I win. Seems that Germany won versus Britain. Well, that's not what happened in history, though. Don't think that's how it went. Oh, we get the Pagani Huaria. Nice. That's a cool one. You also get the Pagani Sonda later. I remember that one being in the game. Yeah, that's a lot later. So, this is a time trial. Oh, this is an electric car. We could use it. But it's funny because very accurately the electric cars are simply not very fast. Oh, we also have a Nissan. I think some of these are DLC cars, you know. This is also another electric car. There are many options here. Actually, a lot of options. I think this one, I'm almost sure this is a DLC car. That you normally don't have this. I could use it, I guess. You cannot even change the color of the car. Because I remember there being a DLC that was about Nissan cars. Or maybe that's why the CPU didn't pick those cars in those other events, because maybe the CPU cannot pick DLC cars, and maybe all of the ones that I picked there were DLC. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, apparently this car is supposed to be like super broken and shit. It probably is. No, but it's fine. So comparing the stats to the other car, this one really surpasses them by a lot. I mean, to the point where this time trial feels like it's most likely gonna be a show. Maybe I should have picked a less powerful car, now that I think about it. Seems like it's gonna be a little bit unfair. But it's not like the game tells you which ones are DLC cars and which ones are not. Don't really have a way to see it. Also, hey, how is it going, Kyle? I'm here with a Nissan. You know that we were in Chile some races ago. Did you see me? Did you see me drive through your house? Saw your house from here. Yeah, surprisingly, one of the countries that this game has is Chile. Essentially, you have Norway, Chile, India, well, Japan later on, and I think Scotland. I saw a crash. What do you mean crash? We're not playing Crash now. But that is a game that, like Crash Nitro Kart, I wanna play that game soon too. I honestly right now I have racing game fever. It's like I want to play racing games and nothing else. I mean, that's kinda my normal state, because I never say no to a racing game, but yeah. How it goes. Okay. I like how the sound changes depending on where you're aiming. This is the Formula Finale. Well, I mean, you already knew what the reward was gonna be, most likely, so it's not like there were any stakes otherwise. I was, you know, like winning the championship was not gonna be a problem. Wow, nice ending, by the way. Don't worry, I did it on purpose to make it look cool. Erase my hard drive. Damn. The good thing is that you can watch it at any point, you know. The real enemy was the length and the 24-hour endurance, yeah. Yeah, the 24-hour endurance, I didn't even do it. It was done by the B-spec driver, so I didn't have to worry about it. Oh, I could use this electric car for drifting. This might be a DLC car as well, but I have no clue. It could be, probably. It looks like an abomination. Outsourcing your driving to AI. I guess, I mean, I'm not gonna do a 24-hour race, but... Wow, that's very loud. Holy shit. And as you can see, since it's an electric car, it doesn't have gears. That's only a single gear. And that's very loud. Like there is a demon in my car. Fuck. Oh, you have a button to reset, that's nice. It's the touchpad. Nice shed engine, I know, right? It's about to take off. Fuck me. Well, this still should be enough to get the objective, right? Well, not if I do that clearly. Oh, but that is enough. Barely enough, but it is. Nice. Have you ever been in a plane? No. No, I never... Or, well, see, that's the thing. Good question. I feel like when I was a baby, I might have been in a plane, but I don't think so. Oh, we're going to Chile, by the way. The Tapaca Run. I'm gonna say hello to you when I pass your house. I haven't been in a plane that I remember. If when I was a kid I was in one, maybe. But that I actually have memories of, no. And when I say kid, I mean a baby. Not kid. When I was a baby. But I don't think that was the case either. I don't think I ever been in a plane. Don't crash like you did in Port Town. Well, there is no town to crash, so look at that. That's the middle of the desert. Look at that shit. There's no one living here. At least the car here doesn't explode. Give it time. Well, it doesn't explode, but it does have visual damage. Definitely does. You can see, for example, that my front glasses are kind of fogged. But it definitely does have damage. It doesn't have enough damage to the point that it fucking blows up. Yeah, we are in Weonlandia. Indeed. You know, that reminds me. The other day, I saw, you know, a meme of the Lion King. You know that there is a scene where I forgot the name of the dad, but basically the dad tells to Simba everything that the sun illuminates is yours, or something like that. And then Simba asks, what about that dark place? And he says, well, we don't go there. So the meme was essentially, everywhere that the sun touches, they speak Spanish. And Simba is, and the dark place, and they say, no, they speak Chilean over there. And it was an image of one of the hyenas say, you know, like the typical Chilean things. It was pretty funny. Honestly, it would have been funnier if I linked the image instead of saying it. But yeah, it was funny. I mean, the funny thing was mostly seeing the hyena surrounded by Chilean expressions, like, you know, the typical weon and shit like that. It was funny. Yeah, everything that the sun touches is our kingdom. Yeah, that thing. It's honestly been a while since I watched The Lion King. It's a very good movie. Well, Disney movies back then were pretty much all good. And that's simply because you can tell that regardless of what you can think of the plot or the characters, the animation was absolutely unmatched. Now, you didn't have better animation than that. Also, hold up, this is a problem. Did I miss the... I did miss the objective. Because I don't think I'm gonna get it here at the end. The objective of the top speed. Really? I don't think you're gonna get it at the end, so... Well, that sucks. Come on, dude. Is this car not good enough for that? Do I have to pick another car? Well, I'll pick another car. You are to blame for reminding me of this piece of art. Or a Chilean meme. Alright, are you telling me that something with that acceleration and top speed is not enough? Like, do you really want me to bring the Nissan here? Like, do I really have to? I mean, I didn't want to, but you're forcing my hand here, you know? Like, you want me to bring the DLC cheat car? I don't mind. Your wishes are... my command or something. The point is that I'll do it. I'm not gonna back down. So what you want me to do is what I'll do. I'm still surprised. Did I brake too early? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should use the brakes too early. But then again, this is supposed to be the best car to do this, so... If it doesn't work with this one, it's not gonna work with any other one. So this one has to work. But what even is the sector? This one? Is this a sector where you can supposedly get that top speed? No. Well, kinda. You can kinda get it, but the corner comes by pretty quickly, you know. I think theoretically here, rather than top speed, what you most likely need is acceleration, because unless somehow your top speed cannot reach 241, the only thing you need is to reach that fast enough. Okay, and that was fast enough. So maybe what I did here was braking when this corner came, when I used the Bentley. Because it probably would have worked. Though if it wasn't fast enough, that's crazy, because the Bentley seems to be one of the fastest non-DLC cars in this category. And you're telling me it wasn't enough. Well, see here, this car did reach 241. And the other one couldn't, so essentially yes. This is the game telling me that the Bentley was not enough. And that's crazy. Like, crazy fucked up. You're not looking very nice right now, Mr. Car. Yeah, but it's fine. I think that those are the only two sectors that you can reach that speed. Also, now that I think about it, since I'm on the PS4, I can actually look at whatever shit you posted, since this capture window that I have is completely independent of anything else. Got him. Alright, so what did you post here? Oh, it's a video. I'll pass. I'll pass for now. It's okay. The rhythm game about female woman thighs release. Yeah, I forgot the name, but is it too expensive? It was something like... I don't remember the name. I actually don't remember the name. Oh, the Ferrari California here. No, I feel like I did check the price. Can you remind me the name? 'Cause like, choose the name. Like, I wanna look it up on SteamDB. Wow, nice drift. Here it's a bit less than 5 USD. That sounds like a good price. Momo Crash, okay. I'll see. But you know that the thing is, ironically, about reading games is that the only reading game that I'm good at is Project Diva. And that's because Project Diva has a very low ceiling. You know, like, compared to other games where the ceiling is in the stratosphere, especially vertically scrolling reading games, SteamDB says 400. Wait, no, says $471, not 471. I wanna believe. Hold up. You're gonna make me look it up. Momo. No, not Momodora. That's a good game though. Yeah, $4.71 and 30% discount. Damn. That sounds tempting. I gotta say, that's very tempting. Problem is that if I play a game like this on release, I will probably want to stream it as soon as possible, but kinda wanted to keep playing this game, you know, that I'm playing right now. I guess I could try the BMW. No, not that type of Momodora. Though that reminds me that I also have a game on Steam called... what was the name? Minoria. Like that game that is, I think, made by the same creators as Momodora, and I never played it, even though I own it on Steam. That's something I will have to play. Wait a second, this one also has maximum speed shit. Something tells me I will have to probably pick the Nissan regardless here. So if you cannot get the max speed on this first straight, I don't think you're gonna get it. I got it, yeah, okay, never mind. So unless I somehow cannot get the average face-off, this should be fine with this car. It's Momodora with Paris and Dark Soulish aesthetics. Yeah, I mean, seems like the kind of game that wouldn't be an issue to play, but I never really decide myself to, like, one day actually play it. Like, I always just, you know, keep delaying it. Can kinda unlock the Momodora Leaf, but the range is kinda shit compared to the default weapon. Usually this that sort of things in games like that tend to be simply for, you know, as a kickback rather than something that is actually useful, like as a reference. Where is the face-off? We are 60% in the event and I didn't see any face-off. Oh, it's... okay, I see it. It's almost at the end. That's messed up. That didn't count as cutting the corner somehow. I'm glad. Look at that sun. Right, so this is the part. That didn't seem like a green corner to me, if you ask me. So here you probably are depending on this sector to ramp up the speed. Okay. Damn, the second place is pretty close. Brazilians can double jump and make Metroidvanias. They can do a lot of stuff. If only this company didn't have the name fitting for a terrorist organization. Well, it could be worse, dude. At least it wasn't a company that had to close and make the game completely unpurchasable like this one. I think all in all, they got off well enough. Well, I could use this BMW again, but with a custom decal. Like this one, I guess. Sure, why not? This poor company, Evolution Studios, had to close and it took down this game with them. And the game cannot be purchased anymore, but you can play like this if you already own it. The problem is that obviously everything online related in this game is not gonna work. A nice chicane. Do you think that is iconic for racing games to be unlisted? It could be. Wait, this racing... Oh, the decal here seems to be mostly... I mean, it's on the side that it has a stripe, I think. Yeah, it has a black stripe, but it's barely visible. Like, you can see it's there, but if it wasn't there, it wouldn't make any difference. Some of these custom decals are kinda shit, but it's fine. They incentivize you to make your own. Will this be enough? I mean, I have to make this hairpin faster than him. That's not faster. That actually is not fast enough. Do I have to bring the Nissan here? Because something tells me that I have to bring the Nissan. Do I really need to? Alright, dude. I'm bringing the Nissan. I'm bringing the Nissan and I'm humiliating all of these assholes, thinking that they are fast because they have a faster car. Well, guess what? My car will be faster than yours. Alright, bring it on, Nissan. Well, let's kick this asshole's ass. You see, these guys think that they are so fancy with their faster cars. I'll show you a faster car, motherfucker. Right now. You wanna see a fast car? You'll see it. No problem. I'm going to kick his ass in the ass, of course. And he's an asshole. There is a lot of ass. Although, you gotta be... Yeah, that's the issue. That chicane is so hard to do fast and to not lose control. Once you are past that chicane, everything else should be free. But that chicane is so hard to do properly. Wait, that's me. What the hell? I'm seeing myself. I can't believe that I'm seeing the ghost of Gabby's Christmas past or something. Oh, another thing that I realized is that the other ghosts disappear. I'm eating my own dust. Well, not anymore. As you can see, I left my past behind. What will be the ghost of Christmas past for me, I wonder. But when I was a kid, but honestly, it's not much different from the ghost of Gabby's present, really. It didn't change much from when I was a kid. Maybe I'm less innocent, but aside from that, I'm mostly the same. When so fast you see yourself in the front, yeah. Yeah, but now, it's what I say, like, I had to bring the Nissan. Because these guys, unless they see the Nissan, they don't understand. Yeah. I'll feel bad in case someone is watching this at some point to know how to beat an event and I use a DLC car and they don't have DLC. That will be pretty funny. Yes, just buy the DLC, bro, except that you can't because they are no longer purchasable. Oops. But yeah. Well, that will be it for me for today. I think that tomorrow we will finish that Driveclub tour, but there are all of those. The ones from AMG and Uniting Speed, those are DLC ones, but the other ones I don't think they are DLCs. I think that they are just standard updates that this game had at some point. I don't know, it's been a while, dude, I don't remember. But yeah, we definitely will continue that tomorrow and probably finish that. Shehole? Yeah, the guy from Wings of Being. But yeah, I will name this, you know, like, I'll tell you right now. I have the title of the video be Driveclub All Stars Full Playthrough, because I already assume I will get all the stars, you know? That's the thing. All the stars will be achieved, so yeah, I'm full confident since I already did it with, you know, my real account, my main account. I can definitely do it again. So yeah, I hope it's not too clickbaity, but I will do it. But anyways, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. Most likely with more of Driveclub, so have a good one and take care.